Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Tara. We're from livingonadime.com. Today we are talking about how to get organized. This is the number one maybe question we get, I would think, is people are overwhelmed and they just don't even know
Where to start?
Or
how to do it.
I get organized. So Miss Organizing Queen here and Miss Organizing in Training are going to tell you how to do it.
Well, I was sitting one day, it was after Christmas, and you can imagine the mess that I had after Christmas, and I had even had company and everything. And I thought, I can't do this. I was sitting there, I just can't do this. I'm too tired. I kept telling myself, I sat there for about an hour doing this.
And we're chronically ill, so
yeah,
this
so that's
takes it out of
it was
us.
overwhelming looking at the whole mess, and I was just gazing at my domain thinking where, I didn't even know where to start. And the reality was, after a minute I kept thinking to myself, the reality is that I really could do it, but I was just tired and I didn't want to do it. So I kept saying, well, I don't even know where to begin. I can't do it. And I was saying these things in my head over and over and over. The truth was, I could do it. I just didn't want to. So there's three different types of questions or comments we always say in our mind over and over again that we need to kind of get control of, change, and stop, don't you think? The different ones. One of them is if you say, I can't get organized. Each time you say that, if you change it to, what am I really saying here? You're really saying is, I don't want to bother to get organized. I don't want to do it. Now think about the difference in saying those two things. We say we can't because we don't feel so guilty then.
Yeah.
It gives us an excuse for not doing it. We're really great on finding
Making
excuses.
excuses.
And so the thing is, you can get organized. We just like making that excuse. Another one we say is, I don't know how to get organized. And, if you don't, then you need to learn how.
Yep.
And what you're trying to do here by watching this, and so I have to give you credit for that. But a lot of people just say, I don't know how to organize, so I'm not going to do it.
So they use that as their excuse to not even
doing
try.
It. Yeah.
And, I always tell people, my husband and I paid off $20,000 of debt in 5 years on $22,000 a year averaged income. And when we got married, he wasn't a real big handyman. I mean, he could swing a hammer, but he wasn't a construction worker by any means. And over the years, he has just learned how to do fix-it projects at our house. And it's the same exact thing with getting organized.
Trial and error.
Yeah, you just keep trying and keep going until you get it figured out.
Years ago, people didn't have the internet. They didn't have all the TV medias. How did they learn this stuff? They just did it by trial and error over and over again. I always say, I am so glad Thomas Edison didn't use any of these excuses that I can't do it, I don't know how to do it. He kept trying to invent the light bulb, and he kept at it 1,000 times or more. Because look at the impact that would have had on our lives if he'd given up. And look at the impact. I don't think you realize the impact you have on your life, your family's life, and other people around you because you just give up and say, I can't do it. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do it. So you need to start learning, and it's not that hard.
Well, and just get started. I mean, hello, it is not hard to just pick up the trash. I mean, seriously, can you not figure out what is trash and what you keep? Most people can at least figure out what is the trash.
Yeah.
Or
to put dirty clothes in a hamper.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot of brain power or a lot of training to figure out, I need to put the dirty clothes in the hamper.
This isn't rocket science. This is just get in and get started. And it's the same with, people will ask us, I have this closet full of clothes. I just don't know where to start. Okay, start with all the nasty, stretched out underwear. Get rid of those. One lady emailed us and said she had 70 pairs of underwear. What in the world do you need 70 pairs of underwear for?
Surely you do laundry once in a great while.
So start with just the basic obvious stuff.
Yeah, like if you're a size 16 and you have a half a closet full of size 10 thinking maybe someday I'm going to get into these, be realistic. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You won't get into them. And even if you do get into them, they'll be so out of date probably by the time most of us get on that diet and do it.
And if you have a problem with the amount of money you spent, well, live and learn. You don't fit in them now. If you fit in them before, there are thrift stores that are really nice with lots of expensive, basically brand new clothes all the time. I have replaced my entire wardrobe for $25 when I lost weight, and then I gained it again, and then I lost it again. I just got rid of everything. I didn't want the same clothes anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Train yourself. Just
Yeah.
get up, start doing something. Then another excuse that we get a lot, or we hear about a lot, is I don't know where to begin. You maybe know how to do a lot of things, but where do I even start? You know, just begin. It's like Tara said, it's not rocket science. You don't need a big, huge schedule. Just get up. When I looked that day at my mess that I was surrounded in, I kept saying this, I just don't even know where to start. I'm too tired. Finally, I got myself up and I found one section of the countertop in the kitchen and I cleaned that whole thing off, got it all clean. I was so excited when I saw that little section done. Then I went on to the next. I cleaned the whole kitchen up before I knew it. But I just began. I just picked a spot and I started,
Yeah, if you have your kids' clothes and you're going through your kids' closets and your child is 10 years old and you have size 5 clothes in their closet, that's obvious. Get rid of it. Don't keep things that they're not wearing anymore. In your kitchen cabinets, if you have cups, mugs, plates that you have not touched in years, those are obvious ones. Get rid of it. You don't need to keep it. So just start with one drawer, one cabinet shelf, one closet rod, one closet shelf, one closet drawer, or dresser drawer, and just pick one and just do that one. And just do one each day.
Get so encouraged and motivated after you get one little section. It makes you want to keep going. But our kids, we look at them and say, where did they learn this? You have a 10-year-old and you'll say, go do your homework. And he'll say, well, I can't, or I don't know how to, or I don't know where to begin. And you say, where did he learn why is he talking like this? Where did he learn this from? Let's see. Maybe because I look at the kitchen or my house and say, I can't, I don't know where to begin. So you are influencing your kids on this type of thinking. Get those thoughts out of your head. Stop making excuses and blaming everything on not doing it. You get comfortable with those excuses. They're like an old sweater that you're just comfortable in. It looks horrible and it doesn't fit you right anymore, but you don't want to take it off and get rid of the excuses.
So we're going to ask you to go clean out one dresser drawer, one cabinet shelf, one kitchen drawer, and leave in the comments and let us know which you cleaned out and how long it took you. Because you'll be surprised.
And what you felt like. Tell us what you felt like after you got it done. We've never had a negative comment on somebody who said, that was the most horrible thing I ever did in my life. We've never had that.
So never ever. All right. That's our
pick your drawer,
tips
pick
on
your shelf and go for it.
How to get organized and just get started. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment below.